Buying a home today isn't just about the price anymore. Years ago, the biggest fear buyers had was overpaying for a house. But today, the bigger risk is something completely different. The real danger is buying a home that becomes difficult to insure, difficult to finance, or difficult to resell later. And believe it or not, even some brand new homes are already starting to fail that test. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 10 types of homes that are becoming much harder to sell and what smart buyers should be watching for before they make a very expensive mistake. And when I say worthless, I don't mean the home goes to $0. What I mean is the pool of buyers shrinks dramatically. And when normal buyers disappear, the value usually disappears right along with them. So let's start with the first one, older Florida beachfront condos. After the Surfside condo collapse in 2021, Florida passed strict safety laws for older condo buildings, especially those over 3 stories and built before the mid-1990s. Now buildings have to complete structural inspections and fully fund their reserves for future repairs. That sounds like a good thing, and it is, but it has created a huge financial shock for many condo owners. Some buildings are facing massive special assessments for structural repairs, sometimes tens of thousands or even over $100,000 per unit. At the same time, insurance costs have skyrocketed and lenders have become much more cautious about financing these properties. When financing disappears, properties often become cash-only purchases, and that dramatically reduces the number of buyers. Next are some overbuilt suburbs that exploded during the pandemic housing boom. Cities like Austin saw a huge wave of new construction as people moved there during the remote work area. But now that some tech companies have had layoffs and many workers are returning to offices, demand has softened while builders are still finishing new homes. Builders can offer incentives like mortgage rate buydowns and closing cost credits, things that resale sellers usually can't match, and that makes it harder for existing homeowners in those neighborhoods to compete when they try to sell. And that when supply grows faster than demand, prices can flatten or even fall. Third, homes built in flood-prone areas. Guys, this has been an issue in multiple cities where rapid growth pushed development into lower-lying land. Sometimes the problems don't show up until major storms hit and drainage issues appear. Once a neighborhood develops a reputation for flooding, insurance costs can jump quickly and buyers become more cautious. We're on to number 4. There are homes built on unstable soil or with foundation issues. We do have that issue here in Colorado in certain parts here. In parts of Texas and other fast-growing areas, rapid construction combined with heat, clay soil, and expansion can lead to foundation cracking. Here we have what's called bentonite. Once a neighborhood starts seeing multiple foundation repairs, it can create hesitation for future buyers. And that hesitation does impact value. 5. There are waterfront homes in areas with extreme flood risk. Waterfront property can be beautiful, but it can also come with higher insurance costs, erosion concerns, and expensive infrastructure repairs like seawalls. If the ongoing costs become too high, it limits the number of buyers who can afford to own these homes long term. Now, before we keep going, if you're buying or selling a home anywhere in the country and want help finding a great real estate agent or loan expert in your area, and we help almost in all 50 states, I'd be happy to help connect you with someone. Just click the link below, and I usually can reach out within 24 hours. So I'd love to hear from you and go over your situation. All right, number 6, homes in wildfire-prone areas. In parts of California and the Western U.S., insurance companies have pulled back from offering coverage in high-risk wildfire zones. Some homeowners have had to move in state-run insurance plans that are significantly more expensive, and if insurance becomes difficult to obtain, that can directly affect a home's resale value. We're on to number 7, very large luxury homes built in areas where utilities or resources are becoming strained. This is where people sometimes talk about places like parts of Colorado dealing with long-term water concerns, but the issue isn't that Colorado is running out of water tomorrow. The real issue is long-term planning for population growth and how water resources are allocated between cities, agriculture, and industries. Large properties with heavy water use, huge lawns, large landscapes, or excessive irrigation may face higher costs if water restrictions increase over time. 8th are homes with outdated smart home technology. Technology moves incredibly fast, and what felt cutting edge 5 years ago can feel obsolete today. So some buyers actually prefer simpler systems they can customize. themselves rather than inheriting an outdated smart home setup that needs to be replaced. Ninth are heavily renovated homes where the cosmetic updates hide older infrastructure. This can happen in older cities where homes are beautifully flipped but still have aging plumbing, electrical systems, or structural components behind the walls. Buyers today are becoming much more cautious about what's underneath the finishes. And 10th are homes built in environmentally risky location, whether that's flood zones, fire zones, unstable soil, or areas where insurance is becoming harder to obtain. So one of the biggest lessons buyers are learning today is that climate risk and insurance availability can impact home values just as much as location or square footage. So what should buyers actually do with all this information? First, check insurance before you buy. Get real quotes and make sure coverage is available and affordable. Second, research environmental risk in the areas. Flood maps, wildfire maps, and drainage issues all matter. Third, review HOA finances carefully if you are buying a condo or townhome. And finally, always think about resale. Guys, even if you plan to stay long-term, life changes. I see it all the time. People say, I'm going to buy here and never move. And so many times in 5 years, wouldn't you guess it, they're moving. So you want to make sure the next buyer can easily finance and insure the home too. Because the truth is, the homes that hold their value the best are the ones that remain easy to finance, insure, and sell. And if you want to see some of the biggest upgrades homeowners are, I hope that you'll click the link below if you are looking to buy or sell in the next year. No. Guys, I can help contact you with real estate agents in your area that do business just like me. Click the link below, and if you want to go over your options on the loan side, the company I'm with, we do loans in almost all 50 states, so reach out. I try to reach out within 24 hours, and I'd love to connect.